Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So from today's now, we started our next PYQ series of our next chapter from a NEET examination, right? So in the last videos, we have already completed all the PYQs of a 1D motion in a straight line from 2025 to 1998. Now from today's, now I'm going to start vectors and motion in a play, right? All the projectile motion question comes in this series and all the all the vectors question come, right? And for circular motion I make separate series where I solved all the question from 2025 to 1998, right? So I hope your preparation and these videos are quite helpful, right? If you have any doubts regarding that, or like if you want any content regarding that, you can message me or you can tell me or you can also comment in the video description, right? So can I proceed? I hope you are feeling good in my lectures, right? All the videos I try to make your preparation good. My motive is to help the people and provide a very good content as much as possible for me. All right. So shall I start the first question? This question is from NEET 2020, NEET 2024 examination, right? A particle is moving along a x-axis with its position varying with time as is the ratio of the initial velocity to its initial acceleration. So they are asking initial velocity means at t is equal to 0, what is their velocity? And at t is equal to 0, what is their acceleration? Right? So first we have to find velocity. So what we do? We have to do differentiation with respect to time. So what I do differentiation. You know differentiation? Yeah, I hope all you know these are differentiation, right? These are the basic differentiation, right? So I have to do differentiation. So this is dy by dx x की power n, that is nx की power n minus 1. Understandable? So this comes out to be 4 alpha t की power q plus 2 beta t plus gamma. Right? Now we have to find, this is the velocity we have find. Now we have to find initial velocity, means at t is equal to 0. What is their velocity? So this, if I put t is equal to 0, this becomes 0. This also becomes 0. So gamma. So velocity at t is equal to 0. So velocity at t is equal to 0 comes out to be gamma. Understand? Understandable? Right. So shall I do next question? Like I have to find acceleration also. Sorry, acceleration at t is equal to 0 also. So for acceleration, I have to do differentiation of a velocity with respect to time, right? I do differentiation with respect of a velocity with respect to time, that is 4 alpha tq plus 2 beta t plus gamma. So here acceleration at t is equal to 0. Here acceleration at t is equal to 0. And then again I have to do, that comes out to 12 alpha t square plus 2 beta, and that become 0. Differentiation of a constant term is 0. Now I have to find acceleration at, this is acceleration. Now I have to find initial acceleration, means at t is equal to 0, we have to find initial acceleration, right? So this is 0. I put t is equal to 0, this become beta. So here acceleration at t is equal to 0 comes out to be 2 beta. Understand? So we have to find any ratio of initial velocity to initial acceleration. So ratio of initial velocity at t is equal to 0 to ratio of initial acceleration at t is equal to 0, that is gamma upon 2 beta. So this is our answer. So which option is matching? Gamma upon 2 beta. So option D is the correct. Understand? So shall I proceed for the next question? Yes. You understand now? So in this question, what they are telling, they are telling to find initial velocity and initial acceleration at t is equal to 0. Right. So this question from a projectile motion. Right. So this question is also great. I have to solve it in a very good way so that you can understand it. A ball is projected from a point A. Right. That is like this, ki they projecting. A ball is projected from a, this is the point A with the velocity 20 meter per second at an angle of 60 degree. So first the task to resolve into components. So this is our let, this is 20. So here 20 20 cos 60, and this is 20 sine 60. 20 sine 60. Right. I resolved this. So, this is cos 60 is 1 by 2. So, this is 10. So, in its x direction, what is the 10 meter per second? And y direction, this comes out to be 10 root 3 meter per second. And acceleration in x direction is 0. Acceleration in y direction is minus, right? And in projectile motion, horizontal components always remains constant. Horizontal components of velocity always remains constant. Why? Because in acceleration in x direction is 0. And if acceleration is 0, acceleration is 0. That means velocity is a constant. So here you see acceleration is constant in which direction? X direction. Acceleration is constant in which direction? X direction. So velocity is constant in x direction in whole projectile motion. This is quite easy. You can use this concept so many times, right? So this is our point A. This is our point A. They're asking velocity at this point B. All points in projectile motion, horizontal velocity remains constant. So velocity at point B is equal to velocity at point A, initial velocity, that is in x direction. So they remains constant. So velocity at point B along x direction is, that is 10 meter per second. 10 meter per second. So which option is correct? Option D is correct. Understand now? You have any doubt, you can ask them. Right? So I do the next question. Right? These are the basic concept and basic question, not difficult. Right? Now I do the next question. A bullet is fired from a gun at a speed of 280 meter per second in the direction of 30 degree above the horizontal. A maximum height attained by the bullet is. So in this question, I draw the diagram. What they are saying that a bullet is fired from a gun at a speed of 280 meter per second in the direction of 30 degree from the horizontal. So they projected like this at an angle of 30 degree, and they projected all like this, that is 200. Have to use different color so that the numbers will be 280 meter per second, right? They projected a ball at a speed of 280 meter per second in the direction 30 degree above the horizontal, and they are asking maximum height attained by the bullet. So they are asking h max. This is they are asking h max. Right? They are asking h max. So h max, what is the formula? In 1D motion we study u square upon 2g, but you can in the projectile motion this become uy square upon 2g, or you can directly uy ux is x component, that is u cos theta, and uy is u sin theta, right? X component, that is, and we have to just use y component only, so that is 280 sine 30 degree. So that comes out to be uy is our 140 meter per second. 140 meter per second, right? And already ki acceleration in x direction is 0, and acceleration in y direction is minus g. So h max is comes out to be uy is our 140 square divided by, here g value they have given 9.8, g 9.8. So that comes out to be 140 into 140 divided by 2 into 9.8, right? So if I take this point out, so here 10 comes out, right? So I have to do calculation, right? So 140 into 140 into 10, and then after that 2 into 98. So I divide this by 7. So this comes out to be 1 and then 20, 8, 10, 20, 4 times. This comes out to be 2 times and 20. Again divide by 7. So this comes out to be again divided by 7. So this comes out to be 2 and this again comes out to be 20. Right? See here what the thing is left is, so H max is basically 20 into 20 into 10 divided by 4. So here if I divided by 4, so this comes out to be 5. So H max is comes out to be 25 into 5, 20 into 5, 100 into 10, 1000 meter. So which option is correct? Option B. So 1000 meter is our correct answer. So 1000 meter is the correct answer. Option B is correct. Right? You understand now? So in this question, what they are telling, can I repeat again or you understand? So in this projectile motion, they are saying that they are projecting a gun at an angle of 30 degrees from the ground at a speed of 280 meters per second. And they are saying that what is their maximum height in this question? They are asking maximum height of the projectile. Right? So shall I do the next question? Yeah. Sorry. A ball is projected with a velocity of 10 meters per second at an angle of 60 degrees with the particle. Its speed at the highest point of its trajectory. This is the question that maximum people do the wrong. Why? They say that they at the highest point velocity is 0. It is correct, but this is not perfectly correct. At the highest point, the velocity is 0, but in vertical direction, not in horizontal direction. Getting my point? If in this question, I write the question. A ball is projected at 10 meters per second. Now in this, what they are saying, they are making an angle of 60 degree with the vertical, means this angle is 60 degree with the vertical. So you can make this is 30 degree with the horizontal, and we do all the question with the horizontal motion. So you know, we make with the horizontal motion. So you know, this is u, let this is u. So here ux is basically u cos 30 degree, and uy is basically u sine 30 degree. So here they have given u is 10. 10 cos 30 is root 3 by 2. So this comes out to be 5 root 3, and this comes out to be 5 meter per second. Acceleration in x direction is 0. Acceleration in y direction is minus 0. Right? So, and they're asking its speed at the maximum height. Maximum height speed, you know, at the maximum height, speed is vertical direction, the velocity is 0, but horizontal direction, always velocity is present. Horizontal velocity is always present, it does not be 0. And in the last previous question, I do the just 2-3 question before I explain that horizontal direction velocity always remains constant, and that velocity is all equal to the initial velocity. So that is Vx is equal to, at the highest point, velocity at highest point is equal to the velocity in x direction, that is ux. So that comes out to be 5 root 3 meter per second. So which option? Option B is correct. Right? So let's proceed for the next question. Yeah. Understand now? In this question, what they are saying, velocity at the highest point. Keep in mind that velocity at the highest point is 0 in y direction, not in x direction. Getting my point? So shall I proceed for the next question? A cricket ball is thrown by a player at a speed of 20 meter per second. 20 meter per second in a direction 30 degree above the horizontal. In a direction 30 degree above the horizontal. The maximum height attained by the ball. A cricket ball is thrown by a player at a speed of 20 meter per second in a direction 30 degree above the horizontal. Again the same thing. A cricket player throws a ball, right, 30 degree above the horizontal at a speed of 20 meter per second. 20 meter per second in a direction above the horizontal, right? So they are asking maximum height. Again, the similar question we have already done. Maximum height, h max in Bunty motion also again u by square upon 2g, or u by means q square sine square theta upon 2g. So first you resolve the component. Again, the first task is ux is 20 cos 30 degree. So that comes out to be 10 root 3. So, and uy is basically 20 sine 30 degrees. So that comes out to be 10 meter per second. This is also 10 meter per second. So let's find maximum height. Maximum height, how we find I component of velocity, that is 10 root 3 whole square divided by 2 into g value is 10. You see that I notice or see in the question what is the value of g is given. Like if g is not mentioned, so we have to take g value is 9.8, right? So this is 10 10 100 into 3 divided by 20. So if I divide this, so this comes out to be 5. So h max is comes out to be maximum height is comes out to be 15 meter. Maximum height is comes out to be 15 meter. Everything is correct now. 30 degree during the projectile motion. So I think in this question some mistake. I think mistake we are doing. Oh, sorry. We have to take pi component now. Sorry, that's a mistake I'm doing. I have to take pi component, and I'm taking here x component. Sorry, just one mistake. By mistake, I have done this. So this is tan square. This is tan square divided by 2 into tan. So this comes out to be, so tan divided by 2, this is comes out to be 5 meter. Right? So which option is? Option B is correct. Option B is correct. Actually, in my flow bro, I write x component and I didn't notice. So that's a mistake. Like, and one more thing, if you remember the formula, you can directly solve also like directly h max is u is 20 square sine square 30 degree divided by 2 into 10. So you can directly solve, like if you have remember this formula, that is 20 into 20 sine 30 means 1 by 4 sine 1 by 2, then again 2 squaring, and then this is 20. So you do this like this and divide 20 divided by 4. So this comes out to be 5 meter. Understand now? So you can remember the formula and you can also remember the basic approach, right? So you cannot confuse, or like suppose, and you can also use equation of motion to find, if like suppose we forget the formula, you can also use equation of motion, right? So I also tell third way, v square is equal to u square plus 2as, and here right, we have to find bidirectional. We apply equation of motion in bidirection, acceleration in bidirection, displacement in bidirection. No, bidirection maximum velocity, bidirection at the maximum point, highest velocity, y component is 0. X in the bidirection, that is u y square plus 2 times acceleration is minus g, and this is h max. So this you can also find h max is basically uy square upon 2g. Understand now? So you have many ways to solve the problem. So best thing is you can remember the formula also if possible for you, or otherwise if you forget it, then you can drive this, so that anyhow your question is not going to be wrong. Now this is the next question, right? So in this question, if f vector and r vector are given, f vector and r vector are given, and what they're asking, then they are saying that scalar and vector product of f and r have the magnitudes is this. and means they're asking scalar product. So you know scalar product is what? Scalar product. Scalar product. I just explain it. Let me explain. This is scalar. Oh, just 1 minute. Scalar product is basically A dot B. Vector product, you also know, that is just a cross product. That is A cross B. So in this question, what they are telling, this is the key point to solve this. So if F vector and R vector are there, then they are saying scalar product. So first I write F vector, what they have given F vector they have given 2I cap plus J cap minus K cap. And R vector they have given 3I cap plus 2J cap minus 2K cap. They're asking scalar product. So you know scalar product. Scalar product is basically F vector dot R vector. So this is basically, you know, dot product 2I cap plus J cap minus K cap dot product 3I cap plus 2J cap minus 2K cap. So this comes out to be 3 2s are 6. And you know this concept now, I dot I, J dot J, K dot K. That is 1, and I dot J, J dot K, and K dot I. That is 0. Understand now? These are the basic thing. I assume you know this thing, right? So I dot I is 1. So 2 3 is 6. If I dot J, this is 0. I dot K, this is also 0. So 2 3 is 6 plus 2 plus again 2. So this comes out to be 10. So you can direct. Now again we have to find vector product also. So vector product also we have to find vector product. So so vector product is basically a vector cross R vector. So you know cross product F cross R vector, that is I cap, J cap, K cap. And F vector is basically 2, 1, minus 1, and then 3, 2, minus 2. Now we have to find I cap. So if I find I cap I have to find. So what I do, I hidden the I cap in vertical direction and do the cross product in this J cap and K cap, right? This. So minus 2, that is minus, and again minus 2. Then in J cap, so again in vertical direction, I hidden the J cap term and then again do with this and again this with this, right? So this is 2 2s are minus 4 minus 3 into minus 1 is basically minus 3 plus K cap. K cap again, what you do? In vertical direction, you hidden the K term and do cross multiplication with this I cap with the J cap and J cap with the I cap, right? Understand now? So here K cap is 2 2s are 4. It is like this, and after that subtract minus 3 into 1 is minus. Understand? So this comes out to be, this is plus 2 and minus 2, this becomes 0. So here plus 3 and minus plus 3. So this, let's see, minus J cap. This comes out to be minus 4 plus 3, and this comes out to be plus K cap. So here comes out to be plus J cap plus K cap. And if you find the magnitude of it, so this comes out to be root 2. Getting my point? So our answer 10 and root 2. 10 and root 2 is which option? Option D. 10 and root 2 is option D is correct. Understand now? Scalar product and vector product, you already, all these things you know. This is F vector dot R vector. This is scalar product and this is vector product. Understandable now? Right? This is fine now. I think these are enough. I mean, half an hour video, so that you cannot feel boring and you easily sort all the PYQs easily way. So I think these are enough. And from the next video, I solved other problem also. Right? Thank you. Hope you are feeling good in my videos. And if you have any doubts regarding that, you can ask me, or you can comment, or you can also tell me personally, or you can also tell what the content you want. Like in this way, I try to make all the revision of the all the chapters of a physics examination. Like I completed all the chapters PYQs of a 11th and 12th class. Right? Thank you.